Dá uma olhada nesse céu de Washington, D.C. com o Capitólio ao fundo. What a great view.
Oh, of course. Yes.
3, 2, 1. You see? I'm telling you, hey, we are recognized by Georgetown University, one of the best universities of the world. We are talking about education. You are improving your English. This is great. Excellent. If you are convinced to be VIP, to have special advantages, you will gain from it. The problem is when we are convinced of something that doesn't bring benefits on the long term. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? How are you feeling today? So good to see you here. Welcome back. Today, we're going to analyze, we're going to examine how companies and institutions build their persuasion, how writers build their persuasion, how we, teachers, parents, build our persuasion. We are always trying to take one argument. We're always trying to be based on something solid, right? Let me start this class reading part of this book here to you. Discipline is Destiny. Discipline is Destiny, written by Ryan Holiday. I love this guy. Very nice reader. And Ryan Holiday builds his persuasion very effectively. I'm gonna show you how he does it. He starts this book talking about discipline with our body. He says, part 1, the exterior, the body. Our body is our glory. If we don't dominate ourselves physically, who and what does dominate? If we are not dominating our body, the outside forces are. Laziness is dominating us. Adversity is dominating us. We need to do the work today and always because it's what we're here for. And we know that while it might seem easy to take it easy and more pleasurable to indulge our pleasure centers, in the long run, it is a far more painful route. And here I wrote to myself, in the long run, discipline pays compounded interests. Exactly. Here, he's talking about the importance of controlling ourselves, and he brings Queen Elizabeth example. See how he is building his persuasion. He's saying, hey, look at the Queen. Look at how Queen Elizabeth ruled herself. Queen Elizabeth worked every day for nearly 7 decades. For her, every day was game day, some 25,000 in a row. She visited more than 126 nations. In 1953, on a single royal tour, she traveled 40,000 miles, many of which were by boat. She shook 13,000 hands and received tens of thousands of bows and curtsies. She gave and listened to over 400 speeches, and this was just one of more than 100 of these royal tours during her reign. In all, she traveled more than 1 million nautical miles by sea and many times that by air. She met more than 4 million people, personally had more than 2 million over for tea, and gave more than 100,000 awards. Perhaps most impressive, out of hundreds of thousands of engagements, events, appearances, and meals, which were often preceded by long-distance travel and time zone changes, she fell asleep in public only a single time, at a lecture about the use of magnets in biology and medicine in 2004. It goes without saying that the Queen's regular duties took immense physical discipline. Once she asked one of her generals, "Are you tired, General?" She once asked a noticeably drooping officer accompanying her on an official visit. "No, madam," he replied. Then she told her, "Take your hands out of your pockets and stand up straight," she told him from her 5'4" perch. Aides often noted that the Queen was as strong as a yak and could endure long periods of standing, even into old age. Harold Macmillan, her third Prime Minister, once exclaimed that the Queen had the heart and stomach of a man. Discipline isn't just endurance and strength. Discipline is also finding the best, most economical way of doing something. It's the commitment to evolving and improving so that the tasks get more efficient as you go. I had separated another detail to read to you. Where is that? One moment, please. I have here on my notes, page 99, 100, 101. Ah. One moment, my dear. 1 minute, please. Here. Listen to this. We begin with the self, the physical form. In St. Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, we are told to keep under the body and bring it into subjection, so that we will not be made a castaway. The Roman tradition was about endurance, a frugal diet, and the modest use of other material possessions. Ryan Holiday is talking about St. Paul's knowledge. He's saying, look, one of the guys who wrote the Bible, the Holy Bible, recommended us to take care of our body. On his first letter to the Corinthians, he told us, hey, you need to take care of your body. I have a Bible here. I do have a Bible here. First letter to the Corinthians. If I'm not wrong, this is on Corinthians 6, 15 to 20, something like this. The first Corinthians 6, exactly. It's 6:19. Hey, don't you know that your body is the sanctuary of the Holy Spirit that lives within you? Don't you know that your body was given by God and this is not something that you own? You were bought by a high price. So please, you need to glorify the Lord with your own body. Ryan Holiday, this guy here, is mentioning the Holy Bible because he's saying, look, what I'm telling you is true. What I'm telling you is worth it. I'm not talking from my own mind. I'm taking wisdom from the best. You know, this is how he's building his persuasion. Let's see if we have something more here. A famous part of this letter is the Apostle Paul, or Saint Paul, or however you want to mention him. A famous part of this letter to the Corinthians is Paul saying, hey, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. But not everything is for me. He's saying, hey, I have the freedom. You and I, we have the free will to do whatever we want. But it's not everything that is good for us. We have the free will as a gift to do it, to use it for positive things. Okay? Yes, this is exactly what I wanted to share with you. How Ryan Holiday is building his persuasion. Now, my dear, let's breathe. Let's breathe. Let's breathe flying. Please. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Take a look at those clouds. my friend.
See what I'm looking for?
Hold and breathe out. Yes. Okay, now we have already breathed. Now let's warm up. Move your body. Move your body. Move your shoulders. Release the muscles of your body. Move your legs. Move your hip. Move your hip. And let's do this movement here. 1, 2. Count for us, please. You need to count. All right, okay. Now, let's do this movement here. We are exercising the chest when we go forward, and we are exercising the back when we pull back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let me drink some water, my friend. Excuse me. I'm sweating already. Let's stretch, and then we start the class. We have already started. We have already seen how persuasion is being built, how companies build their persuasion, how writers build their persuasion. Stretch up, my friend. Up, 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 up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Move your neck to the left, to the right, up and down, and down. Okay. Before we start, I ask you, are you prepared? Of course you are. You're always prepared, and you were not alone. You can count on me. Remember this, you were not alone. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's analyze, let's understand, let's examine how persuasion is built. Excuse me. How companies build persuasion, how writers persuade the readers about their point of view. And I'm going to share with you this analysis. I'm going to share with you this analysis of this book here. Let's watch this together. This book was written by Jordan Peterson, a Canadian psychologist, and he's talking about the 12 rules for life, as he says. The title already contains persuasion, the 12 rules for life. If I follow the rule, I'll be successful. If I follow the rule, I'll be happy. If I follow the rule, I'll be healthy. Nice. And this, listen, let's enjoy. Hello, my friend. Welcome to one more class about the 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. The first was stand up straight with your shoulders back. Today, rule number 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. The worst of all possible snakes is psychological, spiritual, personal, internal. You remember the snake from the Garden of Eden? No walls, however tall, will keep that out. Even if the fortress were thick enough, in principle, to keep everything bad whatsoever outside, it would immediately appear again within. As the great Russian writer Alexander Solzhenitsyn insisted, the line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being. All right. Jordan Peterson is telling us, look, the danger, the snake, is always present, and it's within us. The good and evil are side by side inside our own hearts. And even if it were possible to permanently banish everything threatening, everything dangerous, and therefore everything challenging and interesting, that would mean only that another danger would emerge, that of permanent human infantilism and absolute uselessness. This is one of the most beautiful things I have ever read in my life. He's saying, look, if it were possible to banish every danger of our lives and together with it also erase every challenge and every growth, it would take us to infantilism. It would take us to absolute uselessness. This way, he is showing us that challenges are positive. He's showing us that in every problem we have, there is a solution. In every obstacle we face, there is growth, there is development, there is the seed of opportunity and better days. He's telling us, look, your problems are a great opportunity for growth. Hey, the challenges you are facing right now are positive if you understand them as opportunities for growth. How could the nature of man ever reach its full potential without challenge and danger? How can we reach our full potential without challenge and danger? If we're comfortable, we don't do anything. If we don't force our muscles, we don't develop them. If we don't challenge ourselves, we don't do new things. And of course, we don't live nice moments. How dull and contemptible would we become if there was no longer reason to pay attention? Maybe God considered its presence the lesser of two evils. Question for parents. Do you want to make your children safe or strong? We deserve some respect. Let me pause for a second. This guy with this question, do you want to keep your children safe or strong? Of course, the first impulse is to keep them safe. Of course. We don't want to let our kids be in danger. No, we want to protect them. But if we overprotect them, they're weak. If we don't let our kids grow, they shrink. So, we deserve some respect. You deserve some respect. You deserve some respect. You are important to other people as much as to yourself. You have some vital role to play in the unfolding destiny of the world. You are therefore morally obliged to take care of yourself. You should take care of, help, and be good to yourself the same way you would take care of, help, and be good to someone you loved and valued. To treat yourself as if you were someone you were responsible for helping is, instead, to consider what would be truly good for you. This is not what you want. It is also not what would make you happy. Every time you give a child something sweet, you make that child happy. That does not mean that you should do nothing for children except feed them candy. Happy is by no means synonymous with good. You must get children to brush their teeth. They must put on their snowsuits when they go outside in the cold, even though they might object strenuously. You must help a child become a virtuous, responsible, awake being, capable of full reciprocity, able to take care of himself and others, and to thrive while doing so. Why would you think it acceptable to do anything less for yourself? He is defending his point of view. He's saying, look, you need to treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. You need to treat yourself as you would do with somebody else. And that doesn't mean you need to be happy all the time. No. You need to do what you need to do. You need to treat yourself with respect. That means waking up, exercising. That means avoiding the junk food. That means going to bed early. That means saying no for invitations that are not productive. That means avoiding content that doesn't make you grow. He's proving us his point of view. What might my life look if I were caring for myself properly? What career would challenge me and render me productive and helpful so that I could shoulder my share of the load and enjoy the consequences? What should I be doing when I have some freedom to improve my health, expand my knowledge, and strengthen my body? You need to know where you are so you can start to chart your course. You need to know who you are, so that you understand your armament and bolster yourself in respect to your limitations. You need to know where you are going so that you can limit the extent of chaos in your life, restructure order, and bring the divine force of hope to bear on the world. You could begin... Sorry, me? There are some mosquitoes helping me have more patience here. You could begin by treating yourself as if you were someone you were responsible for helping. Comment here what you need to do for yourself. I'm asking you what you need, not what you want. Comment here what you need to do for yourself, not what you want. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. We're examining how companies, businesses, writers influence us, how they create their persuasion to convince us. And we need to be careful. Sometimes we are manipulated by people who know how to influence us. So keep in mind these. Let me write to you here. Persuasion. How persuasion is built. How is it built? There are some main ways or strategies we can use to convince people, and also they can use to convince us. The first, the most powerful persuasion weapon is reciprocity. So, if you want others to help you, you need to start helping them. Let me put the sequence. Number 1, reciprocity. Number 2, affection. Men, we need to be kind. We need to be happy. We need to smile, please. Yes, I love to see you smiling. Smile with your eyes. Yeah, that's my VIP. That's you, my dear. Oh, reciprocity, affection. Another is consistency. Consistency. The more I do something, the more convinced I am that this is good. If you watch one of my classes, and then you watch the second, and then you watch the third, and then you watch the fourth, and then you watch the fifth, after some classes, you will start thinking, this is the best teacher on earth. I hope I am. I do my best to be. But your opinion is being influenced by your habit. Okay? If we buy from a store, the chances to buy again from them is higher because we have this consistency. Our brain wants to save energy. English classes, watch Felipe's classes. Visit Você Aprende Agora. Another way to convince people, number 4, is authority. Authority. People convince us by showing certificates, by driving nice cars. Oh, this guy is offering me this great opportunity, and it must be great. Look at his car. Look at her jewels. Be careful. Be careful. We, at Você Aprende Agora, we offer to our VIP students some benefits to convince them to be VIPs, to persuade them to be VIPs. We offer a great service. Great. But We use strategies to convince you to be VIP. You will receive the benefits for sure. You will learn faster for sure. You will be ahead for sure. But we use strategies to convince. These days I was in Washington, D.C. and I recorded a video. Hey, this is the university that recognizes your certificate. Enjoy this video, please. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Welcome to Georgetown University. This is the place where your certificates are accredited by John Carroll, the founder. You have to touch his feet, say hello. Oh, shock. Hello. How are you doing? Excuse me, let me enter. Let me come back home, okay? Jesuit tradition, Georgetown expertise, DC advantage, and we are one McDonough. 10 years at Hariri. 10 anos desse prédio. Essa é a universidade que reconhece o certificado do Você Aprende Agora. Se você é VIP no voceaprendeagora.com, seu certificado vem com selo dessa potência aqui. Hello, my friend. We're talking about persuasion. How to convince people about our opinions. How we are convinced by other people, by companies, by businesses about their products, about their service. One of the weapons of persuasion, one of the resources companies use to convince people is authority. Authority. This company is recognized by that. This guy is the authority of X. Companies use that all the time. We use that at Você Aprende Agora. Do you want to see us using this authority persuasion? Let's travel to Washington, D.C. I invite you. You're my guest. 3, 2, 1. America's oldest Catholic university, Georgetown University, founded in 1789, the same year of the French Revolution, by the Reverend John Carroll as a school for students of every religious profession. It's the oldest Catholic university in America, administered by the Jesuits since 1805. According to the 1831 University Prospectus, students were to bring a silver tumbler and spoon, 2 knives and forks, a mattress and a pillow, 2 pair of sheets and 2 pillowcases, 3 blankets and a counterpane or rug. Yeah, my friend. The America's oldest Catholic university, Georgetown University. Dá uma olhada nesse céu de Washington, D.C. com o Capitólio ao fundo. What a great view.
Could you please? Oh, of course. Yes. Where would you like it?
3, 2, 1. You see? I'm telling you, hey, we are recognized by Georgetown University, one of the best universities of the world. We are talking about education. You are improving your English. This is great. Excellent. If you are convinced to be VIP, to have special advantages, you will gain from it. The problem is when we're convinced of something that doesn't bring benefits on the long term. Sometimes we're convinced of things that are attractive at first, but are not positive later. We need to be careful. And I ask you to use your skills, to use the knowledge you were acquiring in these classes for good. Use your knowledge for good. You were acquiring skills, competence. You were acquiring abilities that will give you the power to convince and influence other people. Please use this power to do good things. Do not use the power of your knowledge to manipulate people. Use it to influence them for good things, for positive attitude. Okay? I like to see you growing. Let's walk. Come here. What are your goals for this year? Come at here. I want to see you shining, my friend. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Yes, we're finishing one more class and I have to congratulate you. Congratulations. Yes. Today, we analyzed how companies, institutions, writers use their language, their communication, to persuade their audience. We also talked about the importance of taking care, the importance of being careful when we are reading something, when we are listening to something, when we are watching something. Okay? And now I ask you, how can you persuade other people? How can you influence other people? Watch this video, please. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Welcome back. Today we start a new chapter, chapter 9, Persuasion as a People Skill. And in our Portuguese and in our Spanish platform, we have a series of video about persuasion written by Robert Cialdini, a PhD from United States. It's a really nice study. If you speak Portuguese or Spanish, go and check this series. It's really worth it. Dale Carnegie is writing here. If the thing you want, support, money, approval, isn't obvious, you need to make it obvious by demonstrating a profound need and energizing it with enthusiasm, evidence, and urgency. You have to convince people of a need they may not be aware they had. When you are trying to convince someone, it's key to show the benefits to the person. Show the benefits to that person. People naturally feel more significant when their names are remembered. And then he lists 3 things to convince people. First one, authority. People want to feel that you come from a position of legitimate power, that you know what you are talking about, that you have a track record. Second, emotion. An appeal to emotions can prove especially effective in a business setting. And third, reason. Present facts and figures. When you present facts, figures, you show you were prepared. You show you've studied the topic. Remember these 3 things: authority, emotion, and reason. Who do you need to convince right now? Comment here. Yes. We can and we must influence people for positive things. For sure. We can be the leaders. We can be the reference. We can give the example. Now please come here, my friend. Come here, I want to show you something. Come here. Let me show you this video here talking about scarcity. Scarcity is one of the weapons of influence. This is one of the strategies companies use to convince us to buy something. Watch this, my friend. Hello, my friend, how are you? Nós já vimos 5 armas da persuasão: reciprocidade, compromisso, aprovação social, afeto, autoridade e hoje nós falaremos da última arma da persuasão, escassez. Nós valorizamos mais o que está em pouca quantidade. Vamos ver o que o Robert Cialdini diz. De acordo com o princípio da escassez, as pessoas atribuem mais valor a oportunidades quando elas estão menos disponíveis. O princípio da escassez é mais eficaz sob 2 condições. Primeira, itens escassos aumentam de valor quando estão recém-escasseados. Ou seja, nós valorizamos as coisas que se tornaram recentemente limitadas, mais do que aquelas que sempre foram limitadas. Segundo, somos mais atraídos por recursos escassos quando competimos por eles com outros. É por isso que itens em leilões saem com preços tão elevados. Essas 2 condições otimizam, fazem com que a gente valorize ainda mais alguma coisa. A condição de que ela acabou de entrar na escassez. Olha, são os últimos produtos. É só hoje, só hoje. Você já viu essa frase? Essa é a primeira. E a segunda, quando nós competimos com outras pessoas por isso. Por isso que essas promoções Black Friday fazem tanto sucesso, vendem tanto. Porque os itens acabaram de entrar em promoção e nós competimos com outras pessoas para aproveitar aquela promoção. A escassez é uma grande arma da persuasão. A gente valoriza mais as coisas que são limitadas. Por isso, é importante que você utilize isso a seu favor. Que você valorize o seu tempo. Que você mostre que o seu tempo, que a sua atenção, que os seus produtos não são infinitos. Eles existem em pequena quantidade. Comenta aqui uma coisa que você comprou no impulso, com medo de perder. You see, scarcity is another weapon, another strategy for persuasion. Use this knowledge for positive things. Okay? And avoid being manipulated by the companies, by the organizations, by the people around you. Use your knowledge to empower other people, to have more opportunities. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class.